Hello and welcome back. I enjoyed reading your responses to the Dropbox questions. You are all starting to dig into some hard but important theoretical material. But now we're going to switch gears and start reading something that's a lot easier. You're going to start the young adult novel Whip It by Shauna Cross. And as I had mentioned in previous videos, this is available either in the bookstore or through direct download, instant download online through places like Amazon and I believe Barnes & Noble and probably other places. You're going to be reading up to page 78 or the chapter titled A Smashing Debut. Sometimes in electronic format there are no page numbers or they're different, so read up to the chapter named A Smashing Debut. And it might seem like a lot of pages, but again, this is a young adult novel and it reads very quickly. For this assignment, instead of answering questions in the Dropbox, you'll be uploading your response to the discussion board. And in the discussion board, you don't have to upload in any file format. You can just type directly into the discussion board. And I have certain steps that I would like you to follow in your post to the discussion board. We're trying to mimic discussions through these steps, discussions that would happen in class. So what I want you to do for the first 78 pages of Whip It is find a passage that you think is interesting for any reason. And I want you to pick that passage. I want you to, it could be about 2 or 3 sentences, I think is probably a good length for the passage. Go ahead and repost that passage in your response. Make sure to put quote marks around it. And then the second step I want you to do is to paraphrase that passage. Paraphrasing means just put it in your own words. What is being said there? Step 3, I want you to start analyzing that passage. And you can start your analysis of the passage by just explaining why you found it interesting. And then hopefully that can lead into a stronger analysis. So the last step that I want you to do on this discussion board post is to respond to 2 other posts. Now, on the introductory message discussion board, right, you didn't have to, some of you did respond a little bit more than "Hey, nice to meet you," which is all I expected. On this discussion board post, I want you to respond with a little bit more substance, right? I usually tell my students that I want it to be more substantial than clicking like on Facebook, right? So respond to the post and either explain why you agree with the analysis of that passage, or you can respectfully disagree with the analysis of the passage, or add on to the analysis. Find something that you can use to add on to the analysis that the student has already made. So one other important note: this passage that you pick doesn't necessarily have to deal with race. It can just be a passage that you find important in the first 78 pages. Alright, so the next assignment is to follow those steps on the discussion board. And I hope you enjoy starting Whip It, a young adult novel written by Shauna Cross, who is an ex-roller derby player. She used to play for the LA Derby Dolls, so she's bringing that experience into writing this fictional young adult novel. Alright, I will see you guys next time, and as always, feel free to email me if you have any questions or concerns.